It is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa here, and hey, it's been a while since I've been on here. Like my new glasses? I have glasses with lashes. I think these are fabulous. They're absolutely fun. I love them, and I love to play with them, okay? You gotta have a playful side of yourself, you know? You can't be serious all the time, but they are cute, aren't they? Ah. I wish I could just put these on and just go and not have to do anything to my face, but that's not the case today. So I did this tutorial earlier this week. Hey Nicole, how are you? Welcome to my channel, Slap Out Lash. I don't call myself Slap Out Lash Girl on my Facebook, but I did this tutorial earlier this week in Facebook, and so I thought it would be imperative to share it and just redo it here with you. And because we all have aging eyes, we can't get away from that. And we got to find ways to work with them, or just get upset because we can't work with them, okay? So I just want to talk about a few tips and tricks. I'm going to walk you through. I haven't done anything to my eyes other than my eyebrows. I did my eyebrows, that was it. And I do have on my foundation and everything else except for my lips. I don't have on lips. The only thing I put on my lips today was a hottie. And that's a plumper that Younique did have, and it was kind of like one of those things that they throw out there and you use it and you love it and then they take it away from you. I don't like that when that happens. How many of you have coffee? I'm still drinking coffee. I don't even know what time it is here. But it's still early, and I haven't been on here to do a live in a while, so we're going to do a live. Okay, so let's talk about eyes. Mine are very hooded. I have hooded eyes. If you can't tell, I have hooded eyes, and I have bags. So, you know what? I'm 55 years old, and I'm proud to have what I have, okay? Hey, Kimberly, good morning. And y'all tell me where you're from, too. I like to know where people are from. I'm from Alabama. So if a lot of you don't know that I'm from Alabama, I'm from Alabama. Born and raised here. And say, hey, Lori. Lori, you're going to get to see this again. I did this earlier, you know, in Facebook this week. So I'm just recreating it here on YouTube for others who need to learn about how to do. Oh, West Virginia. Yay, West Virginia. I've never been there. One day I'm going to live in a camper. I'm going to travel this whole entire country. That's my plan. As soon as I hit my 60s, somewhere where I can retire. And get out of Slap Out or Wetumpka, Alabama. So, well, let's talk about this crepey. The crepiness, this comes with age, and you're gonna have a lot of times as we keep aging, you get a lot of droopiness, sagginess, and it lays, you know, like on your lid and stuff. And I just want to show y'all some tips and tricks of how to fix that. Okay, so the first thing you should always start with, no matter what you put on, before you put on. Oh, you're from Canada. Hi, Sylvie. That is a cute name, Sylvie. Miss Bonnie from Texas. Yay, Texas. Now, I've been to Texas. I did live in Texas. I lived in El Paso, Texas for about 6 months when I was 23. Something like that. That was a long time ago. Oh, I know you're from Washington, girl. Right on the border of Idaho and Washington. I've been to Washington State one time. I have. So see, this is our eye primer right here. This is our eye primer. It's Younique's eye primer, but what you want to do, you don't want to go heavy with primer on your lids. Number one, less is more on mature aging eyes. So you want a very, very thin layer of primer. So that's what I'm doing. I'm adding a little thin layer of primer. And the reason I add a thin layer of primer is because primer helps your makeup keep from moving on you, okay? And when you have a lot of age, maybe you have a lot of crepiness, and maybe you have crow's feet, and you know, we start getting lines everywhere. I've got lines everywhere, but I'm telling you, it does help. It does help when you put a primer on. Good morning, you're having afternoon coffee, and Greece. Oh, Anastasia, what a name. That sounds like something from Disney. That's cool. I love that. And okay, so this primer here is tacky. Yes, it's meant to have a little tackiness. So for me, when I put it on, if I'm in a hurry, which most of the time I am, and you know, heading to get out to work, because I do work a full-time job, so I love It's by Pores. Okay. Oh, you're from Canada, Sudbury? That's cool. I've never heard of that. That's almost like Slap Out. It's a funny name, but it's a cool name, right? So try to get you some Bye Bye Pores. Ulta has this. That's where I got this. I think it was like $24. And it's a translucent powder, but I love a fluffy brush. So, oh, thank you, girl. I have so much fun doing this. This is my fun job. That's what I call it. It's not even like a job. I would do this whether I sold Younique products or not. It's just who I am. It's just what I want to be. And things are falling down around me. Hold on one second. I love it. It's Bye Bye Pores. It is fabulous. Let me stick this back up here. That doesn't need to be laying down. Okay, so let's get going here. Then I put a little bit of powder. I just very lightly dip this big fluffy brush in here like that. But what I do is I basically wipe everything off. So there's a little residue on here. And then I lightly go over my eye. This is what we're going to do. We're going to talk through this today. So lightly, lightly, lightly dust your eye with this. Everybody probably wouldn't want to do this, but I do. I like the way it sets, and I like the way my eyeshadows go on over it, okay? It just gives it a nice little touch of, it's the tackiness goes away, but yet the tackiness is still there. Does that make sense? I mean, that's kind of how this works. But I love It's Bye Bye Pores. So I recommend you get this. This is such a great product. I love it, love it, love it. Now, we do have a setting powder, but it's ivory color, and I kind of like the translucent so that you can't see it, okay, perfectly. And I do the same thing right underneath here when I put concealer. I use the same fluffy brush. I know it's getting off of my eyes, but I use the same fluffy brush, and I lightly dust right under here, just right where I put concealer during the day. And it's so minute, it doesn't, it's not going to settle in all these lines here that we have underneath. So, and I am getting over wisdom teeth, so I am still kind of swollen, but I'm getting over it. It's getting better. My face is kind of sort of getting back to normal. I had bruises everywhere. It was a bad experience, but now it's over. And it was like a week, last Thursday, I had that done. So I'm still kind of recovering. All right, I'm trying to find all my stuff. Now I want to show you these. I want to talk about pressed powders. Younique has these fabulous pressed powders. And when you're choosing your eyeshadows for your crepey eyes, saggy, well, you need to remember that mattes are your friend. Mattes are your friends. Doing my makeup with you, I'll try to keep up. I love your videos. Oh, yay! All right, get you some brushes. And I'm going to talk about brushes, too, that are great for crepey eyes, too. And that I use, and Lori, she watches me all the time, so Lori probably knows exactly what brushes I'm going to use. She knows I wear. I love certain brushes, I do. But this is going to be a simple look. I'm going to use maybe 2-3 colors tops out of this. This is some of the pressed powders by Younique, okay? So you see that I have some shimmers, I have some metallics, I have some satins in here, and I have mattes. So mattes are going to be our friend when we're older. And we can get away with maybe using a satin or a shimmer. Now, I wouldn't go metallic because metallic would be too much for your eye. And the reason is, when you put something really shiny on your eye and you got a lot of texture going on, right here, especially right here in the corners, it's just going to accentuate that texture. And you're going to see every little skin cell that you have. I know because that's happened to me. And so less is more. When you're applying, you want to use a thin layer. You want to start out very thin. And the best brush to use, I feel that the best brush to use when you start off with is a big fluffy brush like this. This is a blending brush. It's a Younique's brush. And the thing about this brush is it's fluffy. So it's going to pick up less product when you put it in, because these are very, very highly pigmented. You don't need to use a whole lot of this. So if you're using something like e.l.f., you might have to have just a little bit more because it's not going to be quite as, highly pigmented. I know drugstore brands have gotten better, but these are truly highly pigmented. And this color right here is one of my favorite colors for any eye. This is called Astute, and it is a matte, light tan brown, and that's the color we're going to start with today. I love this color. And another thing that I use, and you may think it's kind of crazy, I love pressed powder. I do, a pressed powder foundation, and I do use it on my eye. And this is a velour. This is one that we sell, and I use the color taffeta on my face, and I mix it with chiffon. So I actually mix 2 foundations to get the color that I like for myself. And this is the liquid foundation I have on today, but This right here is a pressed powder and it's full coverage. So I recommend maybe that you can use a pressed powder on your eye. I do that quite a bit. I use this brush here. This is Younique's. This is actually the powder contour brush, but I use this end probably more than this end here. This end right here, I used to use this with. So, hey Tina! hey white sister. I love white sisters, I do. Y'all are fabulous. Dina, I'm doing the look I did earlier this week on Facebook. Just because I think it's so important for us older ladies to know how to do our eyes when they're crepey and saggy. So what I would recommend here with this is a pressed powder. This is velour. So velour would be a shade lighter than taffeta and 2 shades lighter than chiffon that I use on my face. So you can use it here. Absolutely. You can highlight with it. You don't have to use concealer. It's a fabulous, fabulous product, this one right here. But it is full coverage. So if you have any brown spots or freckles like up here like I do, so you know it's, yes, I do. Here we go. I take it and I come around this area. This is where I first start on anything that I do with my eye. So basically we're using a powder. It's a pressed powder, but it is a foundation. And I'm going to do it both on the same side. We're going to just work both sides together this morning. So grab your brushes and grab you some colors. Neutral colors, that's what I'm using. Very, very neutral. Very, very neutral today. But the best thing about this is I have a brown spot right here and it covers it up. It helps it also helps cover up blemishes and spots you don't want to see. Okay, so there's my light. There's my light, and that is not drawing too much attention. It's not shiny, number one. Now we are going to put a little bit of shimmer up there in just a few minutes. Only in strategic places, okay? So that's all I'm going to do with this right here for right now. I may come back and kind of touch it up in a minute. So I'm going to lay this where I can find it. So you want to pick up a light, a very light application with this fluffy brush. And we're going to pick up a very light application of this color right here called Astute. And what I normally do is I just kind of roll it in it and then tap it off, because this brush is not going to soak up a lot of color. It's going to lay fluffily right on the top of this. That's why it's a big fluffy brush. And what you want to do is, if you're hooded, find your crease. And sometimes it is hard to find your crease. Even if you've got skin that sits on your lashes right here, that's hard to find your crease. I know. And I understand how it is. And you can have droopy. What's the name of the powder or the brush? Oh, of the eyeshadow? This eyeshadow here is called Astute. This is Astute, and it is a Younique pressed powder eyeshadow. It's these are all new. These are the newest things out by Younique, and I love them. They're fabulous. They are. They're just great. The brush, this is just the blending brush by Younique. This is a fluffy brush. I mean, I have an It's Cosmetics blending brush too, but they're very different. And this one is more dense, and I love it for just blending. That's all I use this for. This one I love for application. I think it just applies your makeup really nice. It's not going to pull your skin. So if you've got a lot of skin here and you're trying to put this on, it just gives you the chance to have a light application without pulling your skin or without a lot of shadow settling in different lines. Does that make sense? I guess that's why I really love it. I love to use this. It's become my favorite. But it is by Younique. And here we go. This right here is a very, very light, and we're going to start. Here's my crease right here. Now, always keep your eyes open no matter what, because we don't walk around with our eyes shut. So how could you see where you're putting anything if you shut your eyes? Keep them open. Just lean your head back, and you can find the natural crease of your eye if you do that. There's mine right there. There's where my eyeball is. That's where it lies right there. So that would be my crease. And now I am hooded, so I'm going to start in the crease and just add Astute. Just kind of windshield wiper motions. I think that's better. See how much? It's just very lightly putting this color in here. And I couldn't even really tell that I had product on my brush. That's how light it is, and that's what I love about it. And I am going to bring it down here, and down here in the corner, just do some little circular motions, just like that. And then you're going to have to work this up on your brow bone. You're definitely going to have to work it up on your, here's my brow bone right here. I'm going to have to bring it up because you'll never see it if I have my eyes like this. See, I've already brought it up so you can see it. On this other side, I'll show you how you can keep it. Let me brush this out. Brush it, brush it, brush it, brush it. Okay. So there we go. So there's one step. Step one. Now I'm going to do step one on the other side. So I'm going to come back and get a little bit more astute. I'm going to tap it off. Yes, I am. And we're going to come over here and do the same exact thing, okay? Windshield wiper motions. This time I'll just try to kind of keep it in the crease to start. I won't work it all the way up. And then you can see the difference. And I'm going to work it down here in this corner. I love doing this. Now, if you have a lot of fallout when using eyeshadows and you're afraid, you know, hey, I've already got my makeup on, then do your eyes first. Because that way, any fallout that gets on your face, you can just wipe it off with a makeup wipe. Because I know we got lines down here, and then we're going to have, and then you're going to mess it all up trying to get it off. I understand. So reverse the operation. I got it on because I've, already put my makeup on. And I can come back and dust it off with some powder. You can put powder here. I wouldn't recommend it if you got a lot of lines, but you can. And then brush it off. So if you're younger, you can do that. But can you see the difference? This side is much more defined, and this side it's hard to see. It's hard to see. Let me get up closer. It's hard to see it. It is, unless I close my eye. So that's the reason we don't walk around with our eyes closed. Miss Melissa and her tap. I love my tap. I do. Tap it off. I wouldn't recommend blowing in your brushes. I used to do that, and then I got to thinking about, I might have something in my breath I don't want on my brush, so connecting with my eye. So think about that. Don't blow them off. Just tap it. Even if you tap it off on your hand, you don't have to tap it off on anything specific. All right. So bring it up on your brow bone. Now, you could just get away. I'm saying if you have a lot of craviness and you don't want to add any shimmer to your eye, this is what I'd recommend. You could just strictly use this one color. Ain't it fun to laugh? You could strictly do just what I've done right here. You could take this beautiful color right here that I used, and you could just use this right in this area and come around and then just use Astute and be done with your eye look, okay? That would be perfectly fine. Now, I am going to add a shimmer. So, we are going to work with shimmer. I'm going to show you how to use a shimmer. So, it's very, very simple. It is a shimmer. It's not a satin. We do have satins. But these are so pretty on your skin. They just glide. I love these colors, and you can see how easy they are to use. Boom. I've got the perfect little color there for me. So let's do one more over here. I want to make a match. Make a match. Make sure you got the same amount of product on both sides, okay? Because you don't want to be lopsided. Is that a word? Lopsided. I tend to be lopsided sometimes. Brain-wise. Brain-wise, I'm lopsided. So see, you can come back through here and open it up. Now, I have very close set eyes. So that's the reason I leave a lot of light through here, because if I don't, my eyes will look closer together. So I tend to leave a lot of light through this area just so I can have wider looking eye sets. So, all right. So there you go. There's one way you could do. You could stop right here and do some liner. We're going to talk about liner in just a second. But now I'm going to get a different brush. Now this is a shader liner brush. This side is a shader side, and this side is definitely a liner because it's got the little angle. And this is a very handy tool. I could do my whole eyes with this. If this was all I had, I could definitely do my eyes with this. But today we're going to use the shader side. And this is the color Antsy. This pretty gold color right here. Isn't Antsy pretty? It's pretty. Now you see I just lightly tapped that? Lightly tapped it. And so what I'm going to do is lightly tap it. Favorite for your brows. What do you use for your brows? I used our Obsession brow palette today. That's what I used today. And since I've been using the lash serum, I have hair again. I don't even have to use those stencils like I used to. I know some of you probably watched my stencil tutorial, but now I just freehand it. It's fabulous. I'm excited about it. Okay, so just tap this in, and yes, I am bringing it kind of slightly over here. I'm trying to blend it into that astute color. So just keep it very, very light and tap. Never swipe it, because if you swipe it, and I will dab it. Yeah, pat and dab. Pat is your friend when you have crepey eyes. It really is. You have to pat it or dab it. Never swipe it. Because if you swipe, guess what? You're going to accentuate every little bit of whatever shimmer is in your shadow that you're using, and it's going to just stand out. You're going to see every little skin, every little square, and you don't want that. You just pat it in. Pat it, dab it, and just lightly, I like to bring it right up through here for a little light. Here we go. Just tap, 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 dab, dab, tap, tap, dab, tap, pat. There you go. Those are real technical terms. I'm sorry, but that's all I got. Dab and tap. Oh, and pat. They are your friends. They are your friends when you're dealing with a shimmer. See how pretty that is? Now that's really giving me a lid because I put a little light there. So let's talk about where you're going to put light, okay? Because there are 3 places that you can put some light. And what I recommend, I could use Antsy if I want to, but I don't want to use Antsy here. I want to use something that is an illuminator, and it is a powder illuminator, and it is by Younique, and this is iridescent, and this is a beautiful light, real light illuminator. And I love, let me find my brush. Wait, where's it at? This brush right here. I don't know where this brush came from, but it's a very tapered brush. If you get up close, you can see it's very tapered, and it comes up, and it comes up to a point pretty much at the top. That's why I like it. I don't know where it came from. I swear I don't know where it came from. And it has no name. It's a no-name brush. But I love to dab into this and definitely tap it off. And we're going to add some light. And guess where we're going to add light to crepey eyes and aging eyes? We're going to add them in the corner. We're going to add a little light right up here under our brow bone. And we could add, now let me just say this. If you're not going to use a shimmer, you can add a little light right here just in the center. Just in the center. You could take this and just dab it right in the center. I'm not going to do that because I've already got shimmer on. But if you're using an all matte color here, then take a little something like this and just dab it right only in the center. And keep it like that. And it will give you a little bit, it's going to create the illusion of you having a lid. That's the key. And so that's what we're after here. But let me go in here and just put this right here. I'm going to dab it just right here in the corner. Right in the corner, you want some light. And see the difference? Let's do one eye at a time. That way you can see the difference. So I put a little light there in the corner. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put a little light right up underneath my brow. Right about where my arch starts, and I come over. Just to highlight it. That's all you need. Just a little highlight right through there. And then I'm not going to put it in the center, but I could. You could put it there. So let's come over here and do this other side. A little light. I'm trying to be fast, so this is not too long. I know I get to talking, and I can't help it. I can't help it. It's just in my nature to talk. Or maybe it's my nature to talk too much. Maybe that's it. Okay. So there's some illumination. See it? It puts a nice little light right where it needs to be. And it's not overpowering. And the second key of that is the light is in perfectly strategic places so that you see the light, but you don't see the crepey, the texture. And that's what we're trying to combat, is having a lot of texture going on our eyes. Now let's talk about liner. Now, I could use black liner here. I like it when you talk. I don't know what I sound like to other people. But, sometimes I just like to talk. That is true. I do love it. So I could either use black or brown. at this point, okay? So, I'm all about the neutrals, and we are doing neutrals. So, but the black shows up better, and it may show up better on here. So, I think I'll just stick with. Oh, I put it black one down. I think we'll stick with the black. That way, you can see how to tightline, because it is a cool process. And I made sure that I sharpened this already. And you don't want a sharp tip. That's number one. You want it to be rounded. You want this end to be rounded. These just totally, let me show you how they do glide on. They just glide on. See, so that's the black. And this is called perfect. And then this is the brown called proper. I'll put it beside it. But you see how easy those glide on? They glide on your eye the same way, okay? They do. But we're going to use the black one today, just so you can see how to put it on. If you got a lot of crepiness here on your lid, or your skin is sagging down and it's down here on your lid, I would not do liner there, okay? I'm going to do a very, very thin line, and that's what you want. I would not bring it all the way in the corner. I would basically start somewhere about where your lash line starts and then come around, but keep it very, very, very close to your lashes, okay? So just little bitty tiny, and look, I got a lot of crepey there. You might not can see it, but I do. When I look at it, I see the crepiness all right through here. And I have to be really careful about pulling my eye. I do not like to, I know a lot of people will go like this and they want to pull it, but I don't do that. I just simply, I don't try to drag it across. I just lightly, lightly stay right along the bottom of the lashes, or the top of the lash line right there. Very, very minimal. Now, if you've got really nice, taut, tight skin, you can swipe it across there. But I don't do that anymore. I'm very, very gentle when I'm doing this on my eye. Now, the one other thing that you need to remember, especially with crepey and droopy eyes, is that our eyes tend to go downward. So do not follow the natural line of your eye all the way down, okay? That just makes them go down. And we want them to go up. We want to keep them babies up in the air. So I would not come all the way down to here with my liner. Don't do that. Don't do it. Just basically stop. If you don't want to have a little wing, stop. And don't do anything else. Leave it just like that. But if you want to have a little wing, all you have to do is just flick the line up just a tad. Just a tad. And I know it's going to be hard to do because, see that skin right there? When you pull it out, it's going to naturally kind of go back. The elasticity and the collagen, that's what's happening with our eyes. We're losing collagen, and our skin is thinning, and it's just not as pliable as it used to be. So what I do normally is I come right in here and I just kind of start, make a little flick up right through there. I don't come all the way down. So that way I've got something going straight up and not straight down. Don't go straight down. So there. So, and it's not much of a wing, but yet it's there, okay? So let's do this side. And I don't draw lines. I just kind of lightly, lightly, lightly draw across. Keep your eye open so you can see what you're doing. And then you're going to stop right in there. And you're not going to go any further. Ain't. Is that a word? Sorry. It's Southern. I ain't going any further than that, okay? Ain't means I'm not going to, okay? I understand perfect English, but I grew up saying the word ain't. A-I-N'-T. That's how it's spelled. I think now too, when you're typing, like autocorrect, ain't is a word in there. I'm not positive, but I think that's true. I think that's true. All right, so I'm flicking this up. See, here's my corner way down here. I'm not going all the way. I'm right up here where that lash line is, and I'm just kind of flicking it. I'm a Southern girl. Yeah. I can't help it. I do say y'all. Yont to. Fixin' to. Y'all want to go? Oh, it's so funny. I love to listen to other people talk too. I get amazed at the different words we all use for the same thing, and it means the same thing. It's just sometimes when I say fixing to, people are like, "What does that mean?" Well, it means I'm about to go do something, but I'm fixing to go do it. That is funny, isn't it? Okay, so there you go. Now, like I was talking about, if you have a lot of crepiness and it's sitting on your lashes, all right, don't line. Don't line at all. What we're going to do is we're going to tight line. We're going to do your water line, and you're going to do it up underneath here. So you're going to take the color that you've chosen, which probably is black or brown, and you're going to darken that area right there, close to your lashes. Now see how much thicker that looks there in that corner than this side? This side's not quite as defined as that side now. So in other words, you would not line on top. You would basically come underneath here, underneath your water line, and go right through here. So I got to do it on this side. Now it'll be lopsided. It makes your eyes water, do that? Well, it is the best thing to do if you want to have some definition here in the corner. But I'm not talking about somebody whose skin is literally laying on their lashes. You just can't do a line up here. You just can't. It's going to make your eye look even smaller. So don't do it. Just come underneath here. It's hard for me to do this side because I want to get up here. I hate pulling on my skin. But get up underneath there and just go. And I don't go all the way across. You can. I strictly kind of keep it to the corner areas right in here. Just right in there in your lashes. And that's basically all you do. And then if you don't want to, and most of us don't want to, line underneath. I don't line underneath anymore. So you're learning so much. You can't wait to play with makeup. It's fun. It's fun, Brenda. It really is. And I would also recommend that maybe you should try waterproof liner. This is the waterproof liner. Yes, it is. See, I stuck it on here, and this has been sitting here. And look, I can rub it, and it's not going anywhere. It will be here until I put soap and water on it to get it off, Brenda. It's there. You could cry, and it's not gonna run. I swear, I've done that. I've gone to funerals, I've gone to weddings, and I've cried, and my makeup still looks good. Even our mascara, our Epic mascara. It's incredible. I had a girl join me about a year ago. She joined my team, and she had been through a wreck, and she had been cut through the eye. So some of the nerves and stuff were not quite able to heal correctly, and so she teared up a lot. Her eye watered a lot. And so she came over, and we did a makeover here in my kitchen. Hey, Julie. Oh, I like Lopez. Kyle, Texas. What's that near? Anyway, she started wearing, and she was not a presenter. She just wanted to try the makeup. And so we did. And she loved it so much that she became a presenter under me so that she could buy it herself. And it worked. And she can wear, she actually literally started crying because she was so excited. Oh, near Austin, Texas. I've been there. And because she couldn't find anything else that worked, and this did. So she was incredibly happy afterwards. But I want y'all to see now, I have no perfect eyes. They're very, very crepey. So like today the weather's changed, and Lisser's feeling it, okay? But what I would recommend is either stop right there. If you don't want any other colors, stop right there. But I love to tight line my lower lashes. My lower lid. Always do, because I don't put liner under here anymore. I don't want to draw attention to anything under here, but I do love the look of a tight line on the water line on the bottom, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Good morning. Oh, you don't have a name. Gee, I can't see. I don't have eyes either. I hate contacts. I'm not wearing them. I can't do contacts. Okay, here we go. This is the way you would tight line. I want to show you the difference in both sides. And there is a difference. It looks like I've gone under here and lined my eyes when I have not, okay? But it gives me that ba-ba-boom kind of, Kay, hey Kay, I saw the cat GWY, but it makes your eyes very bright, and it's very, very simple to do. And you've got to get right underneath here and do it again on this side. And do both. Do both. And stay real close to the lash line, just like that. Huh? I don't know. I have people asking me questions here. My daughter.
I'm going to work.
Look at, oh, I know where. Look in there by the dryer.
Okay, I'm going to work.
All right. She's going to work, y'all. Yay! Hey, they're moving out too Wednesday. She and my granddaughter are moving out. And I'm going to miss them. But she was looking for something in my bathroom, which is normal. I find things missing all the time. And I find them in the other part of the house. That will end soon. Yay! Okay, so you saw what I did. I came back and I just kind of connected my corner right there only. But you saw when I connected my corner, I kept it going up. So when you do that, flick it up. Just flick it straight up and you'll be fine. Now, if I want to define my crease a little more, you can do that. It's a very simple process. I would use a crease brush. This is Younique's crease brush. And a color that I love, and I did this yesterday. I use Cynical. This is Cynical. This is a matte. We're staying with mattes now. I'm going in the center. Now I can leave it just like this. But I want to add just a little depth. I want to show you what the depth will do. So this is Cynical. I always kind of tap it off on my hand when I use this brush. See? Less is more. So you want to come right in. Let's do this side. Come right in that crease. And if you don't know where your crease is, lean your head back. Look down. And just kind of put you a dot right there. That's where you need to be. When does your mama move in? Well, she's not moving out till Wednesday. So she's going to come after Thanksgiving. It's going to be after Thanksgiving. Yeah, she's excited about it, by the way. She's been in her house for 60 years, and she don't want to leave. And so she and I go back and forth over that. But she doesn't need to be by herself anymore at all. So if you want to add a little more drama to your eye, this is what you do. You don't have to use blue. You can use any color you want. I'm just using blue. And I'm only strictly just kind of putting it in here lightly through that. And it just gives me a little bit more depth. I don't know what it is. I love the way it looks. I did this yesterday. It was a very light-handed, and I didn't bring it down in the corner. I just left it in the center there. But I did come back, and I took this brush, and I blended it out, okay? So I blended it out just a little to soften it. You don't want any lines. Unless you just really like a cut crease. But for ladies our age, it's going to be real hard for us to do a cut crease. Really hard for us to do a cut crease. I'm not good at cut creases just because of that. But see the difference? It's a little more defined. And then I would come back and maybe add a little bit more astute just to kind of blend it together. Right through there. Because you want it to be light. I don't want it to be a heavy look. Just a really light look. There you go. And there is a difference. See? This is more defined. I have more of a lid just because I added that little darker dimension in here than I did over this side. So you can do that. Now there's probably some residue off here. I got to make this match. I'm not really going anywhere today, but I do makeup for other people, not for myself. Really. I try to just get on here, show you what I know, and hope that it helps you. That's my whole goal. It's the whole reason. And boy, I got some crepey eyes. It's all moving. You can see it just moving. And I'm trying to keep it right in the center here. I want to match this side. I was just trying to use the residue that was left. But I love it. I love this color, Cynical. Cynical's really pretty. You like purple? Purple would look great. You could do purple. You could do a dark chocolate brown. Just whatever you love, because Astute and Antsy are very neutral colors. So you could come in with Fervent. This would be pretty for fall, by the way. Fervent, You could come in with a Marvelous. That's Marvelous. That's really chocolate brown. This is what I use, Cynical. I would also probably, this might be a pretty color too, Agile. Agile's really pretty. This right here I think is Nimble. I'm trying to remember all the names. But then we've got some really light colors here. These are mattes. This one here is called Timid. It's one of my favorites to use. And of course, these up here are all very shiny. These are all shiny here. And then I've got a shiny one down here called Manipulative. That's a cool name. But that is basically it. And all we need to do now is either I could run a little bit of this, whatever's left, just kind of smudge it in underneath that little blue that I just put. Okay, I might have to get a little more. Let me tap it off really well because I don't like a whole lot of color underneath. But it is pretty sometimes just to kind of run it underneath to be cohesive if you're going to add that. Now, if you were not going to add the blue or some other color, I would just run a Astute underneath it to keep it really, really neutral. So there's your look, and that's how it kind of turns out. Now, I've got to get some mascara on, and then you're going to go, wow, look at that. Now, mascara, ladies, mascara is key. And this mascara is awesome. And I just opened a brand new one, so I think a couple of days ago. So this one is fab. This is a one-step mascara. You know we're known for 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, and I love 3D Fiber Lash Mascara. But since we got the one-step, it's just a lot easier for me and a lot faster for me to get ready and get out the door. So using this. And my lash serum. Now you can get something called a Whiplash Duo. The Whiplash Duo is going to get you this mascara, which this mascara is awesome. It actually will curl your lashes. I do not use lash curlers anymore. And mascara is key. I don't care how old you are. Mascara will make your eyes just pop. It will. And this right here has got the perfect wand brush. And it really does kind of separate your lashes as you're applying, which I love. And what you want to do is you can get to the bottom and kind of wiggle it up. Everybody has different techniques, but I love it. But when I have been using the lash serum, when I first started using it, I used it every night. And my lashes have gotten so long, I can see them now. I don't have to curl them to find them. That was my problem before. And now that I've been using that, I'm on kind of like the maintenance plan now. So the maintenance plan is I use it maybe 3 nights a week. But I also put it on my brows. And I got hair back here. It is amazing. My hair stopped right here. Literally. It is the bomb, Dina. It is absolutely. You can pair 3D on top of this, and you can really have some falsies. You do not have to go buy falsies. You can literally create your own with your own lashes because the fibers extend your lashes beyond what they would normally be, okay? And I would always put just a little bit, not a whole lot. I just barely lightly touch the bottom of my lashes. See the difference in putting some mascara right here on those lashes and not. I think it really helps to define your eye, and less is more. Don't do a lot. I haired it 3D Fibers Amaze Bella. I love 3D. That's what sold me. That was the first product I ever bought by Younique. I fell in love with Younique, and I think the products are fabulous, especially for older skin. They're fabulous because there's so many different products you can use for your skin as well. We have a skin line, we have mascara, we have eyeshadows, we have lip products. There's so much that we have, and I have a trunk full of makeup. I do. I have a makeup trunk that is just full of stuff. But ultimately, mascara is going to be my friend. Look at that. It is just fabulous. It makes your whole face look so different. It does. Isn't that cool? I love this stuff. If you're not getting this, get the Whiplash Duo. I'll put it down in the description box for you. But the Whiplash Duo you get, I think it's $56. In the Whiplash Duo, you get this and the lash serum, which is right here. This is the lash serum. This is what I use that has helped my lashes get longer. But they come together in a set. And if you're looking for something for somebody for Christmas, that would be an awesome, awesome gift. I've ordered my mother a few things. She's all about Younique. She's 82, the one that's coming to live with me, and she's a fashionista. I had to drag her out of Target yesterday. She was over in the junior clothes, y'all. She was in the junior clothes. The trunk is huge, yes. Yeah, my mama bought a sweater out of the junior's clothes. I mean, I liked it too, but she is a fashionista. But she's got like 5 closets at her house. It's not like she needs any clothes. That's what I told her. I said, where are you going? You know? Well, I just like it. That's what she said. I just like it. But I would recommend the Lash Duo. You get these two together, and they are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Let me show you this, though, while I've got it out. This has a little wand, and it's clear. And all you do is just swipe, 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 before you go to bed. Do it before you go to bed. Hey, your name is cool. Is it Anja? I've never heard that name before. All right, let's do some lips, and then Lisser's going to be gone. Lisser has got stuff she's got to do in this house. If anybody like to come and vacuum, I need somebody that does too. I don't like doing those two things, but I do them. This hair, Lord. I have got to go back and look. My hair, I really have dark hair. I'm not really blonde, y'all. I pretend to be a blonde. All right, here we go. Let's do, let me tell you something about Younique. These are very versatile. This is an eye pencil. This is Prim. I'm going to use Prim on my lips. Oh, you're from Germany. Oh, so is that a German name? That is so pretty. A-N-J-A. I like that. I have a friend who's a presenter, and she lives in Germany. Ashley Call. And she will do... I love to watch her, but I can't always understand her because she speaks in German a lot, but she's from America. But she speaks American. She can flip-flap back and forth between it. I don't know how she does that. But if I comment on her video, she'll talk to me in English. Oh, it's a Russian name. Oh, that's cool. It's pretty. But then she'll go back and start speaking German, and I can't understand what she's saying. I know what product she's using because we use the same stuff. So I love to watch her, though. But she lives in Germany. And I want to say she's from New York, but I'm not exactly sure if she is or not. Okay. So see, we're putting on this pretty chocolate. I call it a chocolate. It's like a light chocolate color. I love it. And y'all, I have my wisdom teeth. I have 4 wisdom teeth out a little over a week ago. And this is still numb. So it's really hard for me to line there. I still don't have any feeling there. I hope it comes back soon because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having no feeling there. It's weird. I don't enjoy it at all. What I want to know is how many of y'all have your Christmas trees up? I don't. Not yet. I hadn't had time to do that. Okay. So you see what I'm doing? I'm leaving this center open because I'm going to do something else there. We're going to use like our kudos this month, y'all. I don't know if any of y'all have seen our kudos. But I'm going to do some fabulous looks with this kudos. I'm going to do some glamour looks with this. This is a glitter palette. I know this has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, the makeup tips, but I got to figure out how to use some of these darker colors. So I will be doing that. I will be practicing that later this week. I got to learn how to do it. And you have to use some matte shadows to do it. All right, here we go. Lipstick. Lipstick. Yes, we have lipstick. It's called Opulence, and this is called Well-To-Do. And Well-To-Do is like the perfect neutral, and it's really pretty. You put it on and pair it with Prim. I think it's just gorgeous. It gives you a nice little sheen, highlight, pouty kind of lip. Great for a neutral look, just like I got on today. Make sure you get your vermilion border there, and the Cupid's bow all fixed. I have a hard time with this corner now, with no feeling. Now, the only thing I would add, I love that. I love this color, Well To Do. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of lip gloss right in the center, just for a little shimmer, shine, sheen. And this is Lucid, I believe. Yeah, Lucid. And it's one of our lip glosses. And our lip glosses have a little mirror on them. See? So if you're out shopping and you need to do your lipstick, you can do it really quick. There you go. Let's put that right in the center. So boom, now I'm done. I'm done with my neutral look. And I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed y'all on here. It's been so much fun. Everybody popping on from everywhere. And I try to be on here like every Sunday morning. I'm not always diligent and can do it with things coming up. And the holidays are coming up too. So I'm going to try to stay. Yes, they are. They're like the bomb. Isn't that pretty? I love this. This is an eyeliner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss, just kind of paired with each other. But here's the look. I'm gonna close my eyes so you can see what it finally looks like. Okay, so grab your brushes and replay this if you need to, and grab you some colors like I used. Or at least I'm gonna put everything I used in the description box. I have to do it after I get off here. I can't do it while I'm still on here. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you for popping in, and I love you guys, and I will see y'all next Sunday with something new, something else new. I love this mascara. Y'all need to get some mascara. Look at that. Looks like falsies, but they're not. They're fun. All right. See y'all later. Thanks for watching. Oh, I don't think it's going to let me save. What is this? There is no stop on here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's not letting me stop. All right. I'm just going to have to get out of here. I'll see y'all later. Love, love. Bye.